For the last few years, all the talk about AI has been about answering questions or generating images, right? Well, we're on the verge of something way bigger. I'm talking about software that doesn't just respond, but actually thinks. Software that can plan and strategize and solve really complex problems all on its own. Welcome to the new era of AI agents.
So, let's look at a real-world example. This is Cassis, a huge European asset servicing firm. They're safeguarding trillions of euros. And that quote, it says everything. Their entire business, their success, it all comes down to the quality of their client conversations. Every single word, every pause, every request is pure gold. But they had a massive problem.
They found out that their old AI, which was just transcribing calls, was missing over 60% of the actual meaning in their client meetings. 60%! Just think about that for a second. The most valuable, most critical part of their business, truly understanding their clients, was pretty much invisible to their systems. They were completely flying blind.
To fix this, they needed a totally new kind of software. Not just software that hears words, but software that understands context and intent. And this is where we see this fundamental shift in what AI can do, moving from just giving simple answers to, well, complex thought.
To really get your head around this leap, you gotta understand two key ideas. The AI we're all used to, that runs on something called inference. You ask a question, you get an answer. It's a simple call and response. But the new game in town is reasoning. This is totally different. This is the AI's ability to analyze a problem in multiple steps, to weigh different outcomes, and to systematically pick the absolute best path forward. It's like the AI is actually pausing to think before it acts. This isn't just a slightly faster horse. It's a whole new vehicle.
And that new vehicle? It's called an AI agent. Now, an agent isn't just a chatbot. Think of it more like a software application that you can give a big, high-level goal to. And then it goes off on its own and figures out how to plan and execute a complex, multi-step project to get it done. It can plug into databases, use other software tools, and even work with other AI agents to achieve its goal.
So how does an agent actually think? It's not some kind of magic, you know? It's a really clear, repeatable process. A four-step cycle that lets it tackle complicated tasks with logic and incredible efficiency.
So first, it perceives. It's gathering and processing data from all over the place. Then, it uses that data to reason, breaking down the main goal into smaller tasks and creating a plan. Next, it acts, carrying out those steps in its digital world. And finally, and this is so crucial, it learns from what happened. It adapts, it improves its own performance for the next time around. It's a constant cycle of getting smarter.
All right, so let's jump back to Cassis and see how this four-step process really builds on itself. Their system created what we call an AI data flywheel. Basically, it's a virtuous cycle that gets smarter and smarter with every single client interaction.
Now, to really make this work, Cassis didn't build just one agent. They built a team. You've got the client relations agent. It gets full, uncensored access to all the meeting details. Its job? To analyze the mood, spot objections, and even ping managers with suggestions for coaching their teams. Then you have the product analyst agent. It works with totally anonymized data to spot bigger trends and popular feature requests. And then, bam, it automatically creates development tickets in Jira. So you have two agents with totally different security access working together to make the entire company smarter.
And that is the flywheel in action. Every meeting, every analysis, every single thing an agent does feeds right back into the system. This partnership between the VAST AI operating system and NVIDIA NeMo microservices, it creates this foundation where the AI is constantly learning, constantly adapting, and constantly fine-tuning itself. It's not a static tool, it's a living, breathing intelligence.
So, what's the big takeaway for all of us? The Kaseya story, it's not just about finance. It's really a sneak peek of a future where we're all going to have AI agents working right alongside us. Not as simple tools, but as actual digital teammates.
This brings up some really important questions for any organization. First, you have to look at your data systems. Are they even ready for this kind of agentic AI? Then you have to think about access. How do you give these agents the information and tools they need to be effective, but still keep everything secure? And maybe most importantly, how are you going to build your own data flywheel?
That feedback loop that makes sure your digital teammates and your whole business just keep getting better and better.
Because this isn't science fiction anymore. It's really not. These digital teammates are being deployed right now. They are ready to take on complex projects, analyze data, and help you do your job better and faster. So the only question that's left is, what's the first project you're going to give them?